Holy Pete! 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament TN is coming to Dokkan Battle. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. That's right, your eyes do not deceive you. The Part 2 LR for the Mercenary Tau celebration is, of course, the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament TN. A long-awaited, much anticipated unit is finally coming to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I gotta say, I am excited for this. So in this video, we are going to take a look at this guy, check out his animations, break down the kit, and give you everything you need to know up to his release coming here very, very shortly. So let's start by checking out his animations. So I'll give you a minute, adjust your headphones, do whatever you need to do, and we'll turn off the lo-fi here for a second, and let's check out his animations.
I might just possibly be able to have an enjoyable fight.
Oh, is that his entrance animation? That is sick. Nice. The Dodon Pa. He does the volleyball fist. Yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, what is this? Oh, he has a counter. Oh, that makes sense. Yo, okay.
Here goes nothing. I'm aiming right for the stage. Try beam.
Ah, why? Why did they have to use the dub line? Why can't he just call it the Kiko hole? Oh well, either way, it's still pretty amazing. Turning triangles into squares right there. Wow. Actually, the 12 key looks a little but the volleyball fist does looks good. And the his entrance, oh man, they cooked, right? The year of DB Saga is here. Omatsu heard our wishes. He is finally giving us the DB Saga units we have been wanting. So let's go ahead. Let's turn the music back on and let's start taking a look at those details. That's what we're here for, right? We want to know how good is this bad boy. All right. So he is a final trump card, Earthlings category. He 3 HP attack and defense 200%. Wow, giving him final trump card. That puts fusions on his team on 200%. Like, this is actually a really good team. Final trump card for 200%, huh? Okay. All right, he activates an entrance animation upon his entry turn. No conditions there. Key 4 to 8 randomly at the start of the turn for 10 turns. That's interesting, but I guess that's, I mean, I don't know why randomly, but it's I'm guessing to help him out with links, because, you know, looking at this link set here, right, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, okay, got it. Basic effects, he gets key 2, attack defense 250%, and allies defense 30% for 2 turns. Okay, so a little extra buff there in the beginning. That'll be real helpful for fights like battle hardened formidable foes, right? Help you get going. Before receiving an attack hit, whoa! 75% damage reduction on that first hit. That's really good. As the first attacker in a turn, he has additional defense 400%, damage reduction rate 30%. Wait. So on the first hit, if he's the first attacker, he has 100% damage reduction. Wow. Key 3, attack 100%, defense 200%, and damage reduction rate 20% for 3 turns as the first attacker on the turn. So you could theoretically put him there for a turn and then move him to the next turn, and he would have 95% damage reduction in slot 2 before receiving that first attack. Wow. So post super, that would actually make him incredibly defensive. Okay. As the second or third attacker in the turn, his attack 100%, defense 200%, and attacks effective against all types for 4 turns. And attack 400%, defense 200%, and great chance of evading enemies' attack when attacking as the second. Wow, okay, so you could really play around a lot with kind of building him up by swapping him between slots during the different turns. That's interesting. Okay. All right. High chance of nullifying enemies. So 50% chance of nullifying enemies attacking and countering with tremendous power. If it is a Kamehameha category, it is... it nullifies it and counters it with tremendous power. So it's a guaranteed nullification if it's from a Kamehameha category enemy, but everyone else, it's a 50% chance. So that's actually pretty nice. I like how it's not conditioned to, well, I don't know. I mean, there aren't that many Kamehameha enemies, but that's pretty neat. Well, Blue Zone Goku, actually. But that's it. Okay. But still, that's still pretty good. Okay. All right. Liking it so far. So he's gonna be pretty. He's gonna hit pretty hard, right? And you can easily swap. So slot 2 is his more defensive or his more offensive turn, and then slot 1 is his more defensive turn, right, for that first turn, right? So I could definitely see how, like, you know, if you want to really maximize his second appearance offense, right, turn 1 and then swap him into for turn 2 into the second slot, and then he would, you know, have 500% attack there. So okay, all right, that's pretty good. A 500% attack multiplier, that's kind of crazy. Active skill can be activated when there's a turtle school or Kamehameha category enemy starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle, or starting from the 5th turn. So if facing one of those two, or starting from the okay, causes ultimate damage and key 24 for the turn, so that'll help him get that 24 key. Okay, nice, pretty good. Okay, all right, super attack, here we go. So 12 key raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense. His 18 key greatly stacks attack infinitely, right? So okay, I'm curious to see his defensive numbers here, but infinite stacking attack, that's going to be real nice. So as long as his defense can keep up, he could be viable in festival battles. Like, as long as he can hit post super, well, he does have great chance to evade. So I mean, but as long as post super he can survive the normals from Vegito and Gogeta, he might be viable in the festival battles. I'd have to see what his defense numbers are looking like, but not too bad there. Very, very impressed with what he's doing. What I'm really impressed with is the choice of leader skill. Final trump card is a really, it's a good category for him because, you know, with an Earthlings type character, especially DB Saga, I'm kind of sad they didn't go DB Saga full 200%, but that's okay. Final trump card gives him access to, right, you know, the fusions, right? The 10-year fusions, gives him access to the gods, the Super Saiyan 4s, Tech Gogeta, Gotenks, Kaioken Goku, gives him access to full power Frieza. Some good villain units, actually. Gives him access to full power Frieza, gives him access to a few other characters. You know, this dude whose EZA might be on the horizon for GDC, depending on the theme, right? Gives him access to Kefla. You know, it's a good category. Earthlings, of course, right? We know the major Earthling players. We know that Yamcha, for example, right? This dude right here, Yamcha was on the banner, so there's a good chance him being on this lead as well. He's more than likely our EZA for part 2, given that he is on both Tao and the banner here, or the Tao's leader skill and Tien's leader skill. So that's gonna be really, I'm liking this. I definitely like his leader skill. I'm liking his setup here. Links are, I want to come back to his links here again real quick, right? They are pretty much what I expected. He's going to be a real great partner for Tao, right? Having both Crane Skull and Dodon Ray we talked about before, that's an additional 35% attack for both of them. Incredible Adventure, Fierce Power, Fierce Battle, right? So he's going to be 5 links with Tao here, so that's going to be really good for Tao. Combine that on a turn where you have, like, so theoretically, like, you could have a turn where you have Tien slot 1, Tao slot 2, Blue slot 3. This is kind of good for Blue, actually, because Blue is kind of better served as a third slot floater. He's kind of iffy. I mean, he works in slot 2, but in these more dodge-canceling fights, you know, you don't really want to keep him around to be supered. So this is definitely, all right, I'm liking this. Okay. Perfect. All right. So this is awesome. He should be here in about a day or so. The Dokkan Special Day missions do go live tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the 14th. However, I will say that I have seen people saying he could be coming as late as the 17th, which is on would be the typical release time for for these units, but I wonder if they're going to move the schedule ahead just to coincide with the Dokkan Special Day, which would make that tomorrow. I don't think they typically release on a Saturday, but they might have to just to keep the schedule in preparation for GDC, because remember that would, we'll be moving into the countdown for GDC very here shortly. So it's possible they just move it up to keep the things going. So, but these are scheduled to go live tomorrow, and I imagine TN will be live at that time as well. What is interesting is there hasn't been a data download yet. He hasn't been in the he wasn't in the previous data download with the Dokkan Special Day ticket, so they might do a data download tomorrow, with just before the banners release, and then we will see tickets for him, as well as a few, as well as all of their card IDs and everything in there as well. Otherwise, it'll happen on Monday when it normally happens, and if that happens, of course, that does mean he is releasing on the 17th. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know what are your thoughts on the brand new LR STRTN. I am excited. I am happy. They gave me everything I wanted this year from Dragon Ball Saga. All we need is that King Piccolo versus Kid Goku moment, and we have it. Maybe for Tanabata, right? So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.